Weeknights on MeTV. Who loves you, baby?
You shouldn't ask.
It's Kojak.
Well, it sounds like music to my ears.
On MeTV.
Look at me.
Why do we love him?
Maybe it's the way I comb my hair.
Or maybe it's his trusty right-hand man.
More bite? Crocker! Crocker! Crocker!
Kojak!
Well, I just wanted to hear how it sounded.
Telly Savalas is Kojak.
Story of my life, baby.
Weeknights at 12:30, 11:30 Central on MeTV.
Who loves you?
Look at that. Isn't that a great layout? You son of a gun.
This campaign is no good.
No good!
Darren and Larry, the original Mad Men on Bewitched.
Hi, I'm John Malos, and welcome to Connect with me on the showroom floor here at Ventura TV on this Good Friday. Hey, we're going to be talking about single parenthood on this day and being divorced, going through a divorce and having to raise your kids either alone or with your ex-partner. It is a difficult situation in this day and age, as you well know. That's our topic on Connect with me on this Good Friday. Back in a moment. Hope you have a great Easter weekend this coming weekend. It's coming up just in a couple of days, of course, and all the activities that go with it. You know, I know it's family time. You get together with your family on Easter, but you know, there's a lot going on besides that. Gosh, there's the NCAA basketball tournament that continues. Great stuff on CBS. The baseball season opens up next week, and you got the Masters golf tournament after that. Spring is so optimistic. I love this time of year, my favorite time of year. And then my second favorite, of course, is autumn, the fall classic. Anyway, today we're talking about single parenting. It is probably the most difficult job in America, besides being the President of the United States of America, right? That's a difficult job as well, but I'll tell you what, being a single parent comes pretty darn close. It's a close second, there's no doubt about it. If you're divorced, people are not going to understand it unless they've been through a divorce. If you're a single parent trying to raise kids, they're not going to understand that unless they're doing it or have been through it. It's like Neil Armstrong or Buzz Aldrin coming down here and explaining to all of us about the lunar module, right? Can't do that because we just don't get it. Today's world, we're living in a world of gangs, drugs, all sorts of distractions. And what about the electronic devices? iPhones, iPads, this, that. It's amazing what kids are into today and the influences, the outside influences that interrupt your home life. What should be normal is not normal anymore. When I was a kid, I was out biking, playing baseball, playing sports. Now, kids are into their iPhones. Live in our studio right now is Gabrielle Rutlidge, a single mother, and Leena Mendoza, another single mom. Leena pretty much has raised her son. However, you know what? Gabby is still in the process. Let's put up a picture of both children. We're going to show you that is Gabby and her 13-year-old daughter, Allison, at the San Francisco Giants baseball game at AT&T Park. I love that one. And that's Leena and her son, Jacob. He's 18 years old, playing football. Next year, he'll be going to Fresno State. We'll see if he plays football, basketball, who knows what else. But anyway, the topic on our show today is raising children alone with your ex-partner. Being a single parent, it is one of the most difficult, demanding jobs known to man and womankind. We're back with our program today on the showroom floor at Ventura TV on Comcast 187 and 43.6 in just a moment.
Frigidaire. We introduced the first home freezer, the first pulsator agitator washer, and now we introduce the Frigidaire Orbit Clean Dishwasher, designed with a unique wash arm that gives you 4 times more water coverage for a consistently better clean. Frigidaire, over 90 years of legendary innovation.
See the full line of Frigidaire appliances at Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances.
You ready, Bo?
Let's go.
Dr. Shields activated, Mr. Sullivan.
Automatic, sir.
And we're pushing to the leaning.
Situation critical.
Base of action.
Can't break loose. Peace or utter destruction. It's up to you.
Star Trek, Saturdays at 9, 8 Central on MeTV. Brought to you by Ventura TV.
The joys of being a single parent these days, it's really amazing. The challenges that the kids provide for us, it's an uphill climb. Sometimes it feels like you're climbing Mount Everest in the dead of winter. Of course, when is it not winter up there? Anyway, it's just a difficult thing to do. Time to welcome in our guest now. And Gabrielle, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, no problem. How do you like all the technical problems we're having today?
Great.
Usually we go on at 10:30, but that's okay. Happy Good Friday to everybody.
Happy Good Friday.
So Leena, you were featured in this magazine. Let's hold this up real quick. It's called Family First. There it is right there. As a matter of fact, I think we have a graphic of this. There it is right there up on the screen. Talks all about, in the story, it explains how you became a single mom. You never married.
No.
Explain why.
I think as a young parent, that was, I was going to go to college, and so I became pregnant as a young mom. And I stayed behind here instead of going to Davis, and I wasn't married, and that's a good thing.
Well, why was that a good thing, do you think? Did you ever think about, because you're only, you're 38, or 37, you're so young. You had Jacob when you were very young. Did the thought process of being a single parent, did you understand it at the time?
No, I was, off to college, and so it was unexpected that, to have my son. And then shortly after that, I graduated from college, and he went with me. And so I wasn't traditional where I, finished college and got married after, so it was untraditional. And so I raised my son as best as I could as a single parent.
You raised him alone? Did his father help at all?
He did. He went back and forth between both homes.
Okay.
So, yes.
How do you think you did as a parent? He's 18 now.
Both as parents, I think we both did a great job. We did the best we could as far as co-parenting and communication. So it's difficult to raise children.
Was there any friction between you and your...
Yes.
There was.
There was friction, yes.
There was friction.
Yes.
There was some.
Yes.
Okay. And did that make it difficult raising Jacob?
It did, and it's difficult to put your own personal needs and aside for your children so that you can think of your children first. I think that's difficult as parents and adults. Adults sometimes act like children.
So that's the most difficult choice, is putting their needs first before your very own.
Yes.
Do you think most single parents don't do that, or do you think it's changing, or what's your thought process on that?
I would say parents have to align themselves for values and ethics, and so that they can share that with their children, and because they have their own arguments, they don't put their children first and focus on their children.
Right. What about you, Gabby? You're divorced. Okay. Was it... how was the divorce? Is it difficult to go through a divorce? I went through it. I'm a single parent. I know. So was yours as difficult as mine was? Emotionally, mentally, and everything else?
I think any divorce is difficult. For me, it was just, wow, I'm on my own.
Kind of a shock to your system?
Yeah, I went from being at home to being married very young. I got married when I was 21, so I went directly from my parents' home.
High school sweetheart? Or?
High school sweetheart,
oh, yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And so just the shock of, oh gosh, I'm on my own and I have a child. And she was 3 years old at the time, so she was very young, and I just, had to do something. I had to get up and, wow, I have to change my future and change my plans. So it's always very difficult. We had a pretty good relationship. Of course, we had arguments, through the divorce, and lots of decisions to make.
How did that affect your daughter, Allison, who's only 13? In fact, let's put a picture up of Allison here. We got a couple of more photos here. We saw you at the Giants game there at AT&T Park. That is a beautiful photo. Do you see that one up there on the monitor?
Yes.
That is gorgeous. Now, how old was your daughter there?
We were at I think Jonas Brothers concert in that picture. I think she was, I don't even know, maybe 9 years old, 10 years old.
Okay, so that was a few years ago.
Yeah, that was a few years ago.
Yeah. So what kind of an effect did it have on her? This breakup and this chaos.
Since she was really young, I don't think that she knows any different. I think that her dad has really tried to do everything what's best for her and let her decide for herself when she wants to come over to his house. And, he's never really forced anything upon her. It's hard to live in.
She goes 1 week and then you have her a week? Or
no,
how does that work?
We have something on paper, but we don't go by it.
Yeah,
so,
kind of like me.
So, and her father has been from a divorced family.
Okay.
And so he always promised that he would never force anything. He doesn't force her to come over. He kind of just leaves it up to her, and she goes over there when she wants to. And so I pretty much have her most of the time.
Right. And so, you've already kind of been through the process. I know they say it's a lifetime process to raise a child. It never really ends until you die. But you're still kind of going through it. I mean, 13 years old and a girl at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's like a double whammy for you right now, right? I mean, how is it?
I cannot complain. I cannot complain because I have an amazing support system. I have amazing family.
Girls, but I have a daughter.
No, I know.
It's like
I know yours is coming. Yeah.
It's different.
It is very different,
girls,
especially
right?
this day and age with the cell phones and
I'm saying
it's
just
a whole
girls
different
in
world.
general are
Yes.
different. They're more sensitive.
They are
more. I don't know what but you just can't. Anyway.
Definitely.
Anyway, we have a phone call. Time to take a deep breath here. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me. How are you?
Good morning.
Good.
This is a very interesting topic. I myself became a single parent, divorced, with 5 kids, 3 boys, 2 girls.
Holy moly. 5 kids.
And,
wow.
At the beginning, my biggest help was my parents. God rest their souls. They were the biggest support because my ex-husband, the moment I left him, he disappeared. Never to be heard again until my youngest one was 18, and he had no longer had to pay child support. Suddenly he wanted to be the dad, but my kids didn't want anything to do with him. By this time, my oldest one now, believe it or not, he's 44.
Wow, so your kids are grown, so.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, you don't have babies anymore.
Even though they're grown, as a mother, you never stop worrying about them.
I know.
I told my oldest son the other day, I said, I don't care how old you are, as long as I'm alive, I will always worry about you. And he says, Mom, you don't have to worry about me. I'm a grown man. I've been married. I've got a son. I said, that doesn't matter. A mother will always worry whether, no matter what. I go, you're always going to worry. And I said, you as a father, I'm sure you worry too. He says, yes, I do. Okay, then. You know what it's like.
If you're any kind of a parent, of course, you're always going to worry. And I always wondered why my parents worried about me until I had my own kids, and then no one had to explain anything anymore. But, but you must be, you must be one heck of a lady to raise 5 kids by yourself.
The thing is that I'm very proud of my kids because, knock on wood, like they said, I never had any problems with drugs or alcohol. They were never in trouble. My daughters, as a mother, you always worried that your daughter's going to end up pregnant at 15, 16 and not even go to school. I was very happy that my oldest one got married at 26 and had her first boy at the age of 28. Now he's 15.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What about discipline? Did you ever spank your kids?
Never. I never had to. And they talk about that because, see, I have a sister, and she used to hit her kids. And as a matter of fact, my sister hit my oldest nephew. Her son and my nephew and my son did something in school.
Yeah.
She went over there. She was all mad, and she hit him right in front of the principal and everybody else. When I got there, my son looked kind of scared. He thought I was going to do the same thing. And I said, you know what, you and I will talk about this at home. Well, in 6th grade at that time, the kids would go on a trip for a week in Sonora.
Yeah.
So my punishment was he could not go.
Well, I appreciate the phone call, and congratulations on raising 5 kids all by yourself. Sounds like you had a good support system, and you did a great job. And, that brings up a question. How did you discipline your son? This is a different time, different era. When I was growing up, my father would just give me a backhand, and I would just, I would toe the line. There was no back talk. There was no but this is a different time, a different era. How did you discipline Jacob?
Sometimes I would take away his toys or his shoes. So probably about 5th or 6th grade, he was very...
Spank? Did you spank him?
I've done that a couple of times, but actually using words is probably a lot better. Being able to speak to your children. But
sometimes words can hurt more than, say, a good spanking.
Right.
Would you agree?
Correct. I would recommend a book called How to Talk So Kids Can Listen and Listen So Kids Can Talk. As children age...
Say that again. Say that again. Slow down.
How to Talk So Children Will Listen and Listen So Children Will Talk.
Who wrote the book?
I don't remember.
That's okay. That's all right.
Very, very good book. And as children go through different lifespans, you have to change as a parent with communication, how you discipline, and how you engage with each other. So it's very important.
What's your philosophy on that? Do you spank your daughter, or have you?
Well, yes. I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that question, but
I mean, it's part of the deal here. That's what we're talking about.
I mean,
today,
when she was a
Gabby.
lot younger, of course.
Yeah.
Of
What about
course I
now?
spanked her. I think what
When was the last time you spanked her? I want to know that.
Oh, I don't know. You'd have to ask her. She was much smaller. Now she's taller, almost taller.
So what do you do for discipline now? She's 13. If she sees, okay, now let me ask you a question. If your kids lie to you, if they are disrespectful to you, how do you handle it?
She's
13.
Disrespectful.
No, I'm
She
just
doesn't I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to turn her over your
I think you
lap,
have to
or
see
what?
really hurts them, and so for my daughter, it's her friends. I just take her friends away or ground her, or, and you just have to see what works best with your own child. And when she was younger, it was movies. She loved to sit and watch movies, so I had to take TV away from her when she was younger. I think those things hurt more than even spanking sometimes.
Yeah, but you have to draw a line, and you're the parent. You're not their friend. I've had so many people tell me that. Would you agree with that?
Yes, very correct.
Explain. As we put a picture up of Leena and her son, we got more pictures of your son Jacob too. There he is. Oh, that's a lovely photo.
Oh,
he's a good-looking kid there. Girls are running after him, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. So are you packing heat to try to protect him, or what?
He's a good kid. He has a very good head on his shoulders.
Yeah, there he is. There. He plays basketball where?
Basketball in Woodlake.
Okay, and is he going to go to Fresno State, or?
Yes, that's his school of choice.
Basketball?
I'm not sure.
Maybe, huh?
Yes, we hope so. Walk on.
There he is. Oh, there he is playing football as a football player. He's tall.
Yes.
He's a tall kid. Yeah, good-looking kid.
6'5".
Yeah. So what was my question? What did I just ask? I forgot.
About discipline?
Oh yeah, discipline. Yeah.
When he was younger, he was very attached to Michael Jordan shoes, and so I had a friend of mine. I think with, as parents, to utilize other people in your family and friends who to come and help you with your children.
Yeah. Oh, I know what the question was. So you're not their friend.
Correct.
You're the parent.
I'm the parent.
Because you're supposed to guide them.
Right.
You agree?
Guide and protect. Yes, I agree.
What about you?
Yeah, it's tough. That's I think the toughest part is you love them so much, you want what's best for them, but you also,
you want to give them the world.
You want to give them the world.
But
you want them to love you, but you've got to step up, and
you got to step up to the
so
plate.
Important.
You got to, so I mean, no offense, but you got to man up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And get a backbone.
Absolutely.
You really have to set guidelines
Yeah.
and let them know, you can't cross this line.
But you also have to love them.
Absolutely.
Right?
Love is the most important thing.
You have to hug them and love them and tell them every day.
Right.
Is that true?
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
And consistency, and then in tough love, because no, you have to say no quite a bit. So, too many
No
yeses.
to what? Like, what did you say no to?
No to staying out late, and then so they also understand their own choices and consequences, and being able to explain that. Also letting them to fail by themselves, and so they can learn what will ultimately get them to success. And so,
Well, here's the thing, and I've been told this many times over by other people who have raised their kids alone, and that is that, they're under the shelter and your protection now, under your roof, but when they get out in the real world, it's a huge shock for them. So you kind of have to prepare them in a tough way, tough love.
yes.
True?
True.
Agree with that?
Yes.
So your daughter is 13. Do I have to tell you what happens at 13? Especially with girls. Is it is it okay right now, or is it rough waters?
Well, like what you said, you have to prepare them for life, and so you're a parent, and you have to decide, okay, when do I step in and make decisions for her? When do I intervene? Right. If she's having problems with her friends, do I let the parents know?
I want to know if the doorbell is,
or do I let her do it on her own? And I think I've decided that she's really got to figure these things out on her own.
But has your doorbell ever rang and there's like a boy standing there? Says, is Allison here?
Do you have to ask that question? She will kill me.
Well, it's just a simple yes or no.
There might be somebody who is interested in her, yes. Down the street.
How do you feel about that? Do you like that?
That's difficult. She's going to kill me.
Well, wait a minute. You're the parent. Why is she going to kill you? You got to.
Because she, according to her, she doesn't like the boy, but he's interested in her, so. She doesn't like it to be an issue.
Is that right?
Oh, it's,
But I mean, we're
really lucky. She has a really
worrying
good...
about it, or?
No.
Okay.
No, because I put my trust that God will take care of it, because
Absolutely.
She's got this really good group at church of friends, and they're all, so far it's innocent. And so I hope that continues for a while.
It's not always going to be like that.
It's not always going to be like that.
I mean, I got kids. I know. I think about it often, but
yeah.
What are you going to do? It's nature.
It's nature, and it'll happen, and that's when your faith kind of kicks in. And
Right.
Yeah.
Time to go to break, I guess, here on Connect with Me. We're going to be back, and your phone calls are important, 265-4331. Today we're talking about single parenthood. If you're not a single parent, never been a single parent, I guess you don't get it. But you know what? That's okay. If you got two parents under one household, that's the greatest thing in the world. It's God's gift. No question about it. We're back with more of our conversation in just a moment.
Howdy, I'm John Wallace, and I'm here to tell you all about me. MeTV, that is. When nothing else matters but boots and chaps and cowboy hats, MeTV is where you ought to be. From the Cartwrights on the Ponderosa to Marshall Dillon keeping peace in Dodge, MeTV is your station for Western hits like Bonanza and Gunsmoke, the Big Valley, Branded, Rawhide, the Wild Wild West, and more. So dust off your boots and saddle up and visit MeTVFresno.com to learn how to get MeTV for free.
Is taking care of laundry taking too much of your time? Have you become a missing mom? With a new fast, efficient washer and dryer from Ventura TV Video Appliance, you'll spend more of your day the way you want. Save now on Frigidaire's Advanced Affinity Laundry Pair. Let Frigidaire save you energy, water, and time. Don't spend your life on laundry. Upgrade today at Ventura TV Video Appliance and save.
And here goes.
Some shows force you to laugh. But with Mary Tyler Moore, laughter comes easily. Mary Tyler Moore. More laughs and more.
The more the merrier.
It'll tickle your funny bone.
Would you like to borrow a feather?
Weeknights at 9, 8 Central on MeTV.
That's all, folks.
And we're back. The phone number here is 265-4331. If you want to call in, it's Good Friday. Happy Good Friday to you, and happy parenting out there. If you're a single parent, congratulations. And if you're not a single parent, congratulations. And if you have kids, well, it's not an easy thing these days to raise kids in this environment with all the... Okay, so is your daughter into all these electronic devices?
Oh, yeah.
And she's addicted? Would that be the right word?
Oh, well, she doesn't like to go anywhere without her phone, so.
She has an iPhone?
She has an iPhone.
My God. At 13.
At 13, yeah.
Who bought her the iPhone?
I did.
Shame on you, Gabby.
She was 13. She was 13 when I bought it.
Was it like a birthday gift or what?
No. I bought one for her, and it was just time for us both to...
Did she pester you to buy one?
She didn't pester me too much, but she really wanted one, so...
Yeah, she made it clear. Yeah. So we do have a phone call. Okay. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
Hey, good. Are you a single parent?
Well, he just mentioned something. It's almost, even if there's two people in the home and one isn't doing anything, or isn't respecting what you say, about punishments and everything else, it can be even worse than being a single parent.
That's true.
You
Just
know,
because you have two parents.
Even with two people in the home is a great thing if they're both together
On the same page.
on raising the children.
Right. Because you
Yeah.
like you say, you could have two parents in a home under one roof, and they could be on different pages on how to raise them.
Exactly.
Right. So how long were you a single parent?
Well, after my husband left, they were his kids actually, and I had the three of them for almost 4 years while we were trying to get them back to his ex-wife. You know.
Okay.
But so for 3 years after, almost 4 years after that, I stayed in Colorado to make sure that the kids got back to their real mom, and everything. Made sure she had two programs and everything. But whether you're a single parent or you're a two-parent family,
right.
The best thing you can do is continually be consistent.
Yeah, I keep hearing that over and over again. Listen,
you say it, you mean it. You can't pick your foot up because they'll pull the rug right out from underneath you.
We've only got a minute and a half left in the show, so I appreciate your phone call. We've got to run, but do you agree with that? You mentioned that earlier, consistency. Do you agree with that?
Yes, definitely.
Are you consistent with your daughter?
Yes.
Okay.
Try to be.
Do you yell at her?
Yeah.
You do? Did you yell at your son?
Yes. And I'll give an acronym for parenting. I would say it's ABC, so it's ask your children questions, believe them, and wholeheartedly, and then be consistent with them. So.
Yeah. And your final parting thoughts are what, Gabby?
I would say just hang in there, and it does get better. You don't worry any less the older they get. It doesn't get easier as far as worrying, and but just it does get better. So get through the tough times and
pray a lot.
Pray a lot, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you both being here. Continued success with your daughter, Allison. Very beautiful girl. You're very beautiful as well. Thank you for being here, Gabby.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, and happy Good Friday to you. And Leena?
Thank you.
Good luck with your son next year.
Thank you
Maybe
very
I'll see him
much.
on the court, basketball court at Fresno State. Congratulations.
Thank
you did
you.
a great job.
Thank you.
Raising your son, and I hope I can do half as well with my kids. My ex and I are working together, so trying to do the right thing. I hope you have a great Easter. We're back on Monday, and it's going to be Mark Cotta from the media. Have a great, great, great weekend. Enjoy the basketball, everybody. See you later.
Do you like me?
Just like me.
Like Me TV Fresno on Facebook. Get the latest news, interact with others, watch videos, become a fan of me. Exclusively brought to you by Ventura TV.
Hi, I'm John Wallace, and I'm here to talk about digital TV. Many people ask, what is DTV? Well, it's digital television. You can pay for it via cable or satellite, or you can get it free directly from broadcast TV stations. A few years ago, when I was anchoring the local news, over-the-air viewers could only get maybe 7 or 8 channels. Well, now that broadcast TV stations are digital, there are more channels than ever. Over 45 free channels now in Fresno, and more are coming soon. Gone are the days of snowy and ghosting images. With broadcast DTV, all channels are crystal clear and they sound great. You can watch America's best classic TV shows. Get all the major networks, plus local and world news, sports, foreign language, shopping, music video, and movie channels, absolutely free. When it comes to high definition, broadcast HD channels look better than paid TV services because broadcast stations don't compress their signals like cable and satellite, so their HD programming has higher resolution, more detail, and crisper pictures. Best of all, there are no monthly charges, ever, because broadcast DTV is a free service. How do you get the free broadcast DTV? Well, it's simple. If you have a newer digital TV or an older TV with a digital converter box, all you need is an antenna. Plug the antenna into your TV or converter box and then scan for channels. You may have to rotate your antenna just slightly to get the most channels. For best results, I recommend using a new aesthetically pleasing outdoor antenna. Just set up the antenna, scan, and watch. Affordable antenna kits are available as low as $35 and can be found on our website. You concerned about installing a new antenna? We can recommend a professional installer who will come to your home and get you completely set up for a reasonable fee. It's that simple. Visit freetvfresno.com to learn more about free DTV.